back. This is my boy here, Adamslink. How you guys doing? Welcome to another video. To try as much as possible, guys, as usual, to support your boy. Like this video, comment, share it on all platform. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Adamslink, and make sure you subscribe and click the bell notification to get update anytime, any day I upload. Also, guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are watching this video from. Firstly, guys, photo of the day, it shows member of Sokoto State House of Assembly breaks down in tears during visit to thousands of his constituents living in IDP camps in Niger Republic after being displaced by bandits. So, if the people that we voted for are crying, what are we, the citizens they are ruling over, to do? What do they want us to do? We voted for you to make decisions. We voted for you to represent us. We voted for you to safeguard our lives. And yet you are crying because you can't safeguard it. This is where you see people don't want to resign honorably. Instead, they are busy crying. Why is they crying? Do something. Take actions. But you are crying. Crying for who? What do you want your member of constituents to do? Since you are crying, what do you want them to do? They should run to God. And of course, guys, there's a trendy video that was circulated yesterday, and it showed BK fighters surrendering to Nigeria government, and of course, they are asking Nigerians to forgive them. So, guys, the first question here now is: should we forgive? It says more BK fighters surrender with their wives and kids. More BK fighters have reportedly surrendered to troops of the Nigerian army. According to the security sources, those who surrendered comprised top fighters, foot soldiers, their wives, and children. The surrendered terrorists are also appealed to Nigerians to forgive them and assure residents that they were voluntarily surrendered, saying peace is better than war. The development comes days after some insurgents who surrendered begged Nigerians for forgiveness. Their plea has generated mixed reaction, and some persons said they don't deserve mercy based on their past. Well, guys, do you think we should forgive these BK boys? Now they are surrendering their arms and, of course, asking us to forgive them. Kindly leave a comment below, guys. And I will also talk about Afghan, what is happening currently. Of course, you guys have already had it, but we'll discuss that as well. But let us move over to some other issues that has to do with relationship, feminist, and other, just sweet topics out there before going into Afghan and what's happening there, because that is quite really serious. It's not something that anybody should play about. If you are watching CNN, Al Jazeera, or other international news outlets out there, you will know exactly what they are showing currently. So, guys, Kafi tried to explain the word submission in Bible. Someone asks, how did the verse "wife submit to your husband" become more popular than "husband love your wife as Christ loves the church"? Kafi said, "Thank you, we definitely have wrapped this truth. The word submission, if it were a human being, would have committed suicide because of the falsehood attached to how its name has been used. First of all, the word does not mean one is a slave to another, nor does it mean a woman must lower her voice, essence, and purpose just because she is in the presence of a man. Submission here, to me, my point of view, is more of being in agreement with the thought, purpose, assignment, and essence a man carries, and this would gravely affect the amount of selfless sacrifice and trust a woman needs to become the favor God has ordained her to be to the man. And don't forget, every woman carrying favor in a woman with a dream and essence and assignment too. She must always submit to one who would obtain that she carries in her that God wants to manifest into the world. Man being a Lord, custodian, or heart to love his wife also comes from a place of nourishing, developing, enduring, learning, and so many more Christ-like qualities, and not just emotional and financially provision. The world needs to be a better place, and it takes people who understand their assignment and purpose on heart. A lot of our men don't even have clarity of self, too much pressure, distraction, and expectation created by culture, society. In fact, safe to say, expectation of the flesh over that of the kingdom has led to a lot of stirring of souls. Both men and women need a break to gain clarity to find themselves before seeking a partner. Guys, I should try as much as possible to explain the word submission. So, well, submission is submission. According to the Bible, it's like totally agreeing with what anyone or one particular person is saying. Submission, do not ask any question. Don't object, just agree. Do whatever anyone says. If you are submitted to anyone, like I'm submitted to God, anything he says, I do. I don't have any say, I don't have any argument. That is the word submission I understand. Maybe they didn't translate it well. And meanwhile, for my own, how I understand, feminists and men of God, and so much people out there are trying as much as possible to come at each other. What I understand is that a woman needs to submit to her husband, according to the Quran, except if that man asks her to go against God. A lot of things human beings usually go against. So if I'm asking my wife to be submitted to me, and also in my Quran, I don't have the right to beat my wife. Even if I beat my wife, according to the way Quran described it, if you want to punish your wife, is carry a pillow. Put your pillow here and carry a broom to eat your wife. The question is that what is the need of you trying to punish a person, and the only way you want to punish that person is to put a pillow and carry a broomstick, a broom, not the bunch, just one long stick to be punishing person. What's the need? You're wasting your goddamn time. So indirectly, God is just telling you, do not beat your wife because there's no need to do that. Just as God said, you can marry 4 wives, but you must love them equally. If you don't love them equally, you are committing a great sin. Is it possible to love 4 wives equally? It's not possible. So you are committing sins by marrying many wives. Indirectly, God is telling you, see, my brother, there's no need to go that way, because you can't. You are not God to love anybody equally. So you want to hurt God and be marrying a lot of women? You are not God. It's only God that can love everyone equally. So you are not God. Well, guys, mostly a lot of people here, a lot of people don't believe in religion, don't believe in life after death, though. I already know that. I see a lot of people messaging me say there's no life after death at Adamslink. I don't know why you are preaching rubbish. I don't know why you are saying rubbish. No life after death. I believe in life after death. There's consciousness in me that believe there's life after death. So you're free to believe whatever I want to believe, though. It's none of my business, though. And guys, the word submission, that is one thing women are really, really fighting against. But the thing is that submit to your husband, except if your husband asks you to go against God. There are a lot of God preachers out there, preaches a lot of God's word that systematically there's no word submission at all. It says submit except if he asks you to go against God. Understand? Well, guys, and meanwhile, check out what this lady said about a father who is still struggling to take care of or to pay school fees for their kids. She said, seeing dad still hustling for school fees at 60 disheartened me. If you can comfortably take care of yourself and a partner, try settle down on time. Get you a hardworking woman and build together. There's really nothing out there again. Grow with your kids. At 50, let your rest start. Cause you marry at 35. At 50, at 50, your first child will be 14, 15 or more. I know everything isn't black and white and life is unpredictable, but or more, I know one day go PTA meeting at 50. Well, guys, see, everything is not black and white, what you said, but people really want to get married very early, like myself now, 30, and I'm still here. See, hard marriage life hard. I've seen that getting money is way more easy than getting a wife. Not girls, girls many everywhere. Girls are many, but getting a wife, is one of the most difficult thing ever. And that Actor Timini said, I don't come on hands for anything getting to know you, everybody, the cruise. Yeah, exactly. When you want to start a relationship, they will tell you, oh, for example, they will tell you, let us get to know each other. Meanwhile, you are spending money. For those of us who are in Nigeria, continue to spend money, and the girl will be telling you, let us get to know each other. And I see, okay, this next one is coming from a guy. I will really read this out so that you will clearly understand it. This guy said, there's this rich guy I know. He has a house and 2 cars. We were talking one time and he told me these fine girls, always older than him, I always see around him that he doesn't even spend a lot on them. I asked him, what's your way around? He replied, I have a very good and clean house with 2 cars already, and I am aware of what I have. All I have to do is keep clean, put on a good outfit, smell good with a good mouth odor. That's all. He said, once these girls step their legs in his apartment, their standards are off. At that point, most decisions are in my hand. Come on, I'm a guy that knows what I have, and I know many of these girls want it, so I use them to my advantage. You don't have to spend a lot on a girl to have them. Use the money on yourself and you will have them. The kind of girls I always see him with made me discuss that topic with him. I felt he was spending way too much for these girls. Someone said, when you know what you are doing and chase your dream, women will come on their own. And whichever card you put on the table, most women will agree to it. I think that's his theory. I think that theory is true. Cooking is slavery, not really. No, sorry. Cooking is slavery. No, really. They apply to the rich. If you see how them they always run enter kitchen, I've done my studies, so I've done my studies. I've seen that majority of really poor girls, poor women mentally and physically, always have problem about cooking. They always want to watch a movie or see something or be like, oh, cooking is rubbish, they don't want to cook. If you check anyone that has a problem with cooking, go and check that woman very well. That woman was formerly poor, so she also all her way up, and she still has that poor mentality. If someone is well cultured, has money, should I say, a woman who has brought herself up well, I'm telling you, she won't have any problem about cooking. Cooking is not like, you shouldn't be forced to cook. You shouldn't be like, man, go and cook. It should be like a proud thing for you to cook. Just me, myself. My woman won't force me to buy her stuff. My woman won't force me to even stand up some time to cook or to make her something or to make her feel good. She won't force me. I have to do that myself. So some people will say, "Oh, cooking is slavery." Come on, man. Come on. It's you. You are just enslaving your brain. You see it as slavery. Okay. Just go there willingly and do it. Stop complaining. And meanwhile, check out Pretty Mike of Lagos. Of course, it's turned a wedding with Babalawo, with a voodoo priest. Well, guys, we have seen him numerous times going to weddings, different styles. Sometimes one time he came with 7 pregnant women. The another time he came with 7 women and 7 babies. Into it seems like whenever you are inviting Pretty Mike to your party, one entire chair just leaving for him. Don't attach anybody to him because it's going to bring some kind of costume that I've not been seen before. Well, guys, and meanwhile, let me look for trouble a little bit. Bobrisky shared this sexy video on our page. Well, I know what most of you would say though. Some of you have even sent me private messages telling me, Adamslink, you really need to stop talking about Bobrisky. You guys made her or him popular. So well, it's not me, guys. Enjoy the video. She is sexy. Well, guys, let's move over from Bobrisky's side and let's talk about the last topic, Afghan. Of course, you guys have seen what's happening currently, and a lot of Afghanistan citizens are currently running skelter, trying as much as possible to leave that country. I know some of you will be like, oh, the US, the Russia, and the China has been in Afghan for a very long time. They need to evacuate that country. They should leave them to rule the way they see fit. Well, guys, as at yesterday, say Afghan president flees country as Taliban seize US-made helicopters and advance to Kabul in final onslaught. Afghan president Ghani has left the country as the Taliban prepare its last and final offensive into capital. Government officials, one from former president of Hamid office and another as head on Afghan Security Council, told the Association Press that Ghani departed the country on Sunday, August 15. Well, they have taken over. The Taliban have taken over. And meanwhile, this is just a moral lesson. You see our president, our governors, immediately anything Japan in this country, they are the first to move. So why will you want to be killing yourself for them? They are the first. They will move first before you will hear it. President don't move, oh, governor don't move. Oh. Meanwhile, guys, I saw a lot of videos out there. It's really heartbreaking. I just pray some kind of resolution will just come up. And the citizens, some cities, I don't know what's happening. So please, if there's any Nigerian in Afghan, I think they need to live there now, since the US are pulling out their citizens, China, Russia, Germany, UK. Please, Nigeria government, send plane to pack Nigeria out of there. Please, if case, but I don't think any Nigerians are in Afghan. Is there? Are there any Nigerian in Afghan? Let me know, guys. And meanwhile, Joe Biden blames Trump for Afghan collapse to Taliban. That is another news, so go and check it out. Meanwhile, guys, thank you very much for watching. Support again. Adamslink. Have a wonderful day. Stay blessed. I'm going to be filming my other video immediately. Peace.